The life journey of the Shaw's male, also known as the Rollercoaster male, who was born into the Castleton Pride in 1996 in the famous Sabi Sand Reserve, is one of the most fascinating stories in the world of lions. This coalition began with 6 members, destined for greatness, until a series of brutal attacks by rival lions reduced their number to only 2 between 2001 and 2006. Despite the challenges and the injuries they endured, their great ambition for expansion drove them to attack their powerful father's pride, the Sparta Pride. At that time, Sparta was ruled by 3 dominant males: Broken Nose, Scar Nose, and Max Sen. The Rollercoaster Lions challenged them in an attempt to seize control of the pride. Their mission succeeded, and they began mating with the lionesses, spreading their genes in the land, as all lions do to ensure their lineage survives for generations to come. For years, this strong coalition roamed the reserve, spreading fear and anxiety among other lions. They achieved many accomplishments, taking over important areas and rival coalitions renowned throughout history for their power and dominance, such as the Salati Coalition. However, the story of the Rollercoaster Lions also carried misfortune and tragedy. Over their years of wandering and expanding, they were constantly attacked. One of the lions suffered a fatal eye injury before eventually dying from its infection and complications. By 2006, only 2 lions remained from the coalition. They returned to the Sparta Pride and fathered 9 new cubs before moving on to the Styx Pride, which was then ruled by Scar after the death of his brother, Tyson. Scar could not withstand the strength of the 2 attacking males. He chose to flee, leaving the lionesses behind. The Rollercoaster Lions easily took over the pride, killing all existing cubs that were sired by the previous rulers. This ensured their dominance and guaranteed their own bloodline. Unfortunately, in June 2007, tragedy struck again when one of the brothers was killed by a crocodile during a horrific attack near the Londolozi River. Only one Rollercoaster lion remained. His story highlights that no matter how powerful or skilled lions are, nature's challenges ultimately weaken them, revealing the harsh and unforgiving reality of the wild. The last surviving Rollercoaster male continued to rule both the Sparta and Styx prides, even into his old age. But the loss of his brother greatly impacted him, both mentally and physically. Without a coalition to back him, he began to struggle for survival. In mid-2008, during this time of despair, a young lion from the Tsalala Pride named Solo ventured into Sparta. Soon after, he encountered the aging Rollercoaster male. Solo was young, ambitious, and strong, a direct threat to the old king. Yet, instead of conflict, the aging lion accepted him, recognizing the need for a younger ally to defend against rival coalitions. Many observers described this unusual partnership as a form of adoption. This bold decision proved crucial in extending the Rollercoaster male's reign. The young lion provided food, support, and protection for the pride, hunting buffalo and caring for the lionesses and cubs. Together, they held on to dominance a little longer. But by May 2009, the expansion of the Mapogo coalition threatened everything. Kinky Tail and Mr. T, believed to be descendants of the Rollercoaster Lions, led a terrifying onslaught. Despite resistance, the old male was eventually overwhelmed. The lionesses tried to help, but could not stop the Mapogo's rampage. The Rollercoaster male fled, barely escaping with his life, while Mr. T and Kinky Tail chased him down. He lost control of the Sparta and Styx prides, the last 2 prides under his rule. From then on, he was seen wandering alone, beaten and aged, living like a weary old warrior stripped of his crown. Once a mighty king, he was now reduced to a ghost of his former self, roaming in despair. His decline filled people's hearts with sorrow. Despite his resistance and refusal to surrender, his frail, emaciated body revealed the toll of years of hardship. Finally, in January 2010, his life ended. His death marked a turning point in the history of lions in Sabi Sand. The dynamics of power shifted drastically, paving the way for the rise of new coalitions, including the breakaway Sparta Pride, which would shape the region's future. Meanwhile, the fate of Solo, the young lion from the Tsalala Pride, raised pressing questions. At about 5 years old at the time, would he assume dominance in the Sparta Pride, or would he form a new coalition with younger males to return later and challenge for power? These uncertainties add suspense to the saga of Lion Wars, where the fates of prides and coalitions unfold in the mysterious wilderness of Africa.